welcome everybody. This is the first one of a series, and this is Alex Makanvand's brainchild. So we're going to jump in right away. Hello, Alex.
Good morning.
Glad to have you with me, taking your time out of your schedule. And so let's jump into this first objection. And everybody here is basically recruiting objections, what we're going to be talking about. I don't have time. And here's the deal. I'm run ragged. I've got 2 to 3 jobs already. I coach my kids' team. I'm working after school. I've got my kids after school, kids' sports, activities, coaching. I'm bowling. I've got prayer meeting, church, softball. I go to church during the week, Wednesday nights or whatever. We got Bible study. Are these some of the kind of things that people say? I'm 24/7 tied up, 24/7, 365, no room in my schedule, that type thing.
So, Larry, basically what you're saying is time is a real issue for you.
Yeah, it sure is, Alex. I don't want to disappoint you. It sounds good, but you can only do what you can do.
Yeah, gosh, I totally get it. I totally know what you mean. I mean, in today's world, it seems like time is so precious. We're just pulled in every direction. I mean, too many things that demand our time and attention. But look, Larry, let's look at it this way. Kind of come with me on this journey. Look, we have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That adds up to about 168 hours a week, right? Do you think there's any way that we could carve out maybe 5 hours, 10 hours out of this entire 168 hours in order to put back about $1,000 or maybe $1,500 extra income back into your pocket every month? Do you think that'd be possible?
So you're saying that if I could find cracks in my schedule and come up with, is this occasionally 10 hours or specific 10 hours or regular 10 hours a week? What are we talking about here?
Well, like let's say your boss calls you tomorrow and says, listen, Larry, I need you to, come in and work some extra hours for me, and it'll add up to, let's say, extra 10 hours on top of your 40 hours. I mean, you'd be able to somehow find those extra 10 hours, right? Because it's for your job and they're demanding you to do it. You'd be able to come up with those 10, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so if it worked, they were going to pay overtime. It may be double or triple 10 hours per week. I see what you're getting at.
Right.
Yeah, I could probably find the time then. Absolutely. And you're saying if I find 10 hours here, what kind of income I would expect?
Well, look, think of this. Would it be helpful if I could take you out, let's say, 2-3 times a week? Let's say we went out on a couple of weeknights and maybe on a weekend. We went on some appointments and some kitchen tables. And that would equate to about $1,000 or maybe $1,500 additional income in your pocket. Do you think that'd be helpful to your finances?
Yeah. No kidding.
All right. Well, here, let's take a look at it differently. Let's look at your weekly schedule. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you're free from Monday through Friday from 6 p.m. till about midnight, right?
Mm-hmm.
All day Saturday, all day Sunday.
Yeah.
So if we went out a couple of nights a week, either on a Saturday or a Sunday, and it would equate to $1,000, $1,500 in your pocket. You think your wife would be happy about that?
Oh yeah. There's no question. That would make a huge difference.
All right. Now let's look at another way. Now clearly I'm using different rebuttals. Okay, Larry, let's look at a different way. Look, can you point? I want you to show me your pointer. Okay, no, seriously. I know this sounds silly, but show me that you can point. All right.
Okay.
Now, here's the deal. All I want you to do is to point at people. Okay, say, Alex, that guy, that gal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and I'm going to sell products to these people for you, and I'm going to recruit these people for you. Okay? And I'm going to start to build a team under you and under those people. Okay, I'm going to essentially work for you. I'm offering my services. Larry, do you think I'm pretty good at what I do?
Yeah, you seem to have it down, Alex.
Okay, so I'm motivated, I'm confident, and I'm pretty crazy. All you got to do is point at people, and little by little, or a lot by lot, I'm going to start to develop a team under you. Now, I want you to think about something. I know you're busy and you don't have time right now, but I want you to think of one reason that you wouldn't let a guy like me, this motivated, crazy dude, confident dude, to get under you and start to build a team under you. You don't have to pay me. And as a matter of fact, this whole thing is for me to pay you. If you can come up with one reason why you wouldn't allow me to do that for you, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, I see your point. Right now, I can't think of any reason.
Okay, all right. So how do you spell Wydell?
Okay. And you just jump into it right like that.
That's it. That's it.
That is fantastic. Now, the point of I pay you, talk about that, clarify that a little bit.
Okay.
You don't pay me, I pay you.
Yeah.
Because that's
Larry,
easy for people to misunderstand.
Larry, what's your
salary involved in all this?
No. Okay. So, Larry, here's the deal. I'm getting ready to work for you.
Right.
I'm getting ready to get under you and build you a team.
Okay.
And I'm not asking you to pay me for it or anything. This is something that I'm doing. Of course, I benefit from it myself because when I build you a team, I'm essentially building my own business as well. So it's a win-win situation. You're going to point toward people. Say, Alex, go get that guy. I'm going to go sit down with that person. Now, I want you to be with me when I do this so that you could learn what I'm doing and what I'm saying. Sometimes you can't go because you're so busy, because you told me you're so busy, right? Now, again, I'd love for you to be there with me. I'm going to go and I'm going to recruit these people, and then we're going to start to build a team under them as well. All this time, all this work I'm doing for you, you don't have to pay me.
That is fantastic. And so if we look at this, quickly summarizing this thing, we're seeing that the first approach you took was looking at specifically looking at the time, and you really blew them out of the water by saying, if you got a chance to get that much overtime at work, could you find 10 hours? And probably everybody would find it.
Right.
So all of a sudden, the big solid no goes to yes. No problem, boss. And then the other thing you looked at, the second thing you looked at was you simplified what they're going to be doing, right?
Correct.
All you need to do, all you'll be doing, because I think that does scare people. One of the things about being overwhelmed with time is to have a complicated new thing, lots of new stuff to keep up with in your head. Not only the time, but your circuits are fried. And when someone says, well, this is going to be simple and the payoff is going to be big, you'd say, well, all of a sudden time is not really the issue, and it really never was the issue. The issue was you just didn't know if you could keep up with it all. So do you find, Alex, in having done this successfully for, what, you've been doing this for 75 years now, right?
Right, almost 100.
Almost 100. And you find you don't need a million ways to get past things. If you have a locked door, you need one or two really good keys will get you through. You find this is pretty much solves this objection with most people?
Yes, it does. Larry, you know what I found out is that people say no for two reasons. One is it's a knee-jerk reaction. We've been so conditioned, we've been so programmed that when we're faced with an opportunity or a challenge or something new or different, we've been taught from childhood, and it's almost like a protection measure. It's almost like a defense mechanism. So we immediately say no. So a no means nothing. You should not take that to heart. And the other reason is that people are afraid. I believe that 99% of the time people say no out of fear. And we completely misunderstand their no or their objections. We somehow actually believe that those objections are real. But there's always an underlying current, there's an undercurrent, underlying reason of why they say no. And it's always fear. It's almost always fear. So everything that I say is in order to overcome and alleviate the fear part. And when you do that, so when I say to you, Larry, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to be with you every step of the way. I'm going to recruit for you. I'm going to train those recruits under you. That virtually eliminates all the fear. And one more thing, Larry, you said earlier that you're so stressed out, that you're working so hard and you've got so much on your plate. Can I ask you a question? Do you like being stressed out, Larry? Never having any spare time, never seeing...
No, I hate it. I hate it.
Just saying hi and bye to your wife every day. I know you do, right? If I could help you regain your life and get your life back from corporate America, from your job, and be able to double and triple your income at the same time, only doing one thing in your life, can you think of any reason why you wouldn't at least take a look at this?
Yeah, that's a great closing question, isn't it? Great closing question. And essentially, it's you're busy, you run ragged. Do you like living that way? I write in Egyptian hieroglyphics. Do you like living that way? Yeah, see, that throws it back. You're doing that, but would you like to change that? Great closing question, Alex. I think we've got it done. Unless you think something else to add, we're going to move on to the next one.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you, Alex.